Hi everybody, Phil here from Pilmat Engineering, and I'd like to introduce you today to the new body template that I've developed. I've incorporated standard features like the rear wing cutout to measure your rear wing size, the standard rear wing chord measurements per roar rules. You'll see this one even has roar printed on it. It's compatible with regular 10mm droop blocks. With the body sitting on the blocks, we check the height and we see that I'm actually giving up a little bit here. I could lower this body a little bit. You'll see that when I was setting it there, typically these templates offered by other companies are very two-dimensional. They're not very thick. And when you go to set this parameter, they rock a little bit. I've incorporated little feet into setting the main parameter, but we're also going to set the rear wing parameters, and I've included feet on that side as well so that it stays stable like this and it doesn't have a tendency to rock about. It's very easy to find its point so that you're dealing dead square against the body. So after we've set the height, we've made sure that that's okay. Let's get into a couple of the other features of the template. Now most of them are to do with setting the rear end of the car up. Now with the car on the ground, we can set up the rear wing and we can also set the bumper. Now the bumper height is 35mm per the rules, and there's no line on the back because depending on the rake that we've put in the car, in other words the difference between the front and the back ride height, or the body height, which we've of course verified with the height of the body, making sure that it's still within spec. At that point we're allowed to cut out 35mm from the back of the body. It's difficult to measure that and to set that line. So what I've done is I've included a Sharpie mount into the template so that it's very easy to set that height. And I'm not sure how well, yes, you can see I've left quite a bit on the table with this body. I've left a good 3mm that I could have cut off. The next parameter that we set is the maximum distance that the rear wing is allowed to hang off the back of the body is 10mm, and that's what this gap is here, is 10mm. The back of the body is actually this bump. The reason that this bump is molded into the back is so that we can have the wing a little farther off the back. It's kind of an accepted parameter, and we can see that I'm not beyond the 10mm. There's a gap here, but how much am I really? So what I've done is I've incorporated a little shelf on here so that I can put a ruler, hold that ruler straight, and I can set it up. Remember, it sits nice and flat on my setup board. I go to the bump, slide the ruler forward on that little ledge that I've created, and I see that this wing is mounted 5mm forward. So what I do is when I make my own notes about mounting the body, I will call this rear wing mount 5mm. So that's 5mm forward from the maximum line on the back. And those couple little features make that this is a very simple, I think a very, very effective tool for being able to consistently mount our bodies. As we found that aero is more and more important, body type is very important, but even beyond that, it's being able to mount them square, it's being able to put in repeated setup for the wing, for the rear bumper. These things are very important, and that's what this body mounting template is all about. I hope you enjoy it, I hope you find good use from it, and hope to see you at a racetrack soon. Thank you.